we're live now, or okay. There we go. All right, well,
And we're live.
Sports fans, welcome to Pamela Park here on a sunny, warm Thursday afternoon. Apologize for the late start, but we're with you now. One Hornets with the lead.
Good.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Pamela
times
Park.
two.
Appreciate you sticking with us here through some audio difficulties, but early start here.
Self-induced by your play-by-play announcer, Andrew Nealand. It was one of those deals where when you have the cell phone in your hand, you go, where did I put it? There it was.
Right under your nose, as the saying goes.
The cord to the soundboard. How about that first inning? A lot of energy here at Pamela Park.
A lot of energy. Feels like the Hornets are turning over a new leaf here this afternoon.
Well, it feels like a playoff game with the energy.
Like the blossoming of the spring trees, as do blossom this Hornets softball roster.
So why don't you take us through the skipper half of the first? What happened there?
Not much, to be honest.
Set down in order?
A 1-2-3 from pitcher Bella Miller here. So she'll get us going here in the top of the second with the Hornets on top, 1-0.
4 up, 4 down here.
Grounded to first, handled nicely there.
Andrew, then Edina was lacing that ball around in the first, their half of the first inning, but a big double play to close it out.
Absolutely.
By the Skippers. Ground ball the second, tagged the runner on the way, tossed over to first.
Here's a third baseman, Bree Duffy, for the Skippers. Hard liner up the middle. That's going to get her aboard.
It's a great piece of hitting there by Duffy. She went down and got it. A little low and away on that fastball offering, and you know what? When you get that inside-out swing and you get those hands, you punch that second baseman, poof, right into right center. There she is, 1 out, 1 on.
That brings up Whitney Wishmeyer. She would be your designated player here this afternoon. First pitch swinging, little soft pop to short, and Katie Olive has it there for the Hornets.
Ranged over to her right on that one. You know, the wind is always a thing of mystery here at Pamela Park. So often we see the wind, if you're outside of this area, it's coming from the northwest, but it's always coming back in from the southeast. It's a swirling wind, and it always does come into play.
It's well known. It tends to swirl here at this park. And we dealt with a little bit of this last week, but coming in from left field. So it's something to keep an eye on, certainly, as we move through this game. Two strikes to Kylie Kohlberg. That one's down low. One and two now with a runner on first. Ball low. It's 2-2 now.
Skip that one in. Nice pickup back behind the plate.
Good crowd on hand, but
really
as solid of a attendance we've seen. With a hard liner there.
Parking at a premium here at Pamela Park.
Certainly is. Always a lot of action here for the softball games. We've got 3 fields in action here this afternoon.
So another base hit there. Puts runners on first and second for the Skippers. They do have 2 away here in their half of the second inning.
Brings up number 3. I don't have her on my official lineup card. This is a
late edition.
Skippers made a late change.
You're going to have to go to our public address announcer between...
Absolutely.
What a day. I mean, this is just amazing. What we had to endure yesterday in that storm just to get to this today, well worth it, huh?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's easy for me to say I didn't have a tree down in my yard, but you know the deal.
You know, it was pretty quiet in our neck of the woods. I thought, as Minnesotans, we really like to ramp up those early season storms.
Well, as our guy Dan Barrero calls them, the weather terrorists.
Exactly.
But Ian Leonard in rare form on Fox 9 yesterday. All the new technology was draped out. It was terrific.
You'd think it was the apocalypse.
Well, well.
Ball outside there, 2-2 now.
Couple deep counts now in these last two at-bats for the Skippers. They're putting themselves into favorable counts here. We'll see what happens here on this pitch.
Making Bella work here in the early going. That chopper finds its way through.
Stop sign up at third base, though. They're going to load him up here.
Miller's been really been a workhorse for the Hornets here. She's really handled majority of the pitching duties in the action that we've seen here at Pamela. I can't speak for the road games, but she's done a pretty nice job. Seems to be finding her stride here as we move through the season.
You know, if you get yourself a good whip like they do right here, a pitcher that can go and has good endurance, you can ride their pitching quite a ways.
That's a ball low to leadoff hitter Zariah Anderson.
No room, as they like to say, with the bases loaded.
She popped out to first on her first at-bat. Ball low there, 2-0 to Anderson.
I think sometimes you can get a little fine in these situations, start thinking a little too much and trying to place the ball. Right now you pitch to contact and let your defense go to work.
Absolutely. That's hit well by Anderson, but it's foul and into foul territory as well. Drops for a strike, 2-1.
Well, reset back at third, down at second base, and over at first. We're loaded up.
Miller ready.
Oh, nice pitch.
Nicely hit into center. And handled.
Great work out there. That ball had some tail to it.
Yeah.
Good jump on it. Had a nice first drop step. Tracks over and keeps the Skippers off the boards. They load them up, but fail to knock one in.
Olivia Perry, nice job out there in center. And end of the inning. Hornets on top, 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. We're back for the bottom of the second. Chopper right back to the pitcher. Handled there by Bree Kinney. And that's Kenzie Cox down on the first pitch, bringing up Mia Teen.
Have I commented that it's gorgeous out?
It's just
in case you didn't know.
It's summer. It's full-fledged
It's
summer.
absolutely beautiful. Maybe a little tinge of humidity, but who cares?
Oh, there's certainly some humidity in the air.
But I mean, when you consider whatever that was from March to about 2 weeks ago, I'll take it.
Absolutely.
That was a disaster.
1-0 to Teen. Little low there. 2-0. Kenny ready with the 2-0. That's inside.
So when do you think that technology that they're using in the big leagues is going to work its way into amateur baseball and softball?
The buttons on the
phenomenal.
wrist.
But if you're Gary Sanchez or Jeffers, you go with all 4 fingers on the buttons just so you can't tell which one they're pushing.
Wow.
Did you know that when it feeds it back to the pitchers, it feeds it back to them in their language?
What?
Yeah.
I know nothing about that stuff.
Oh, well, I'll explain
Is
in
it
a
like
second.
Morse code?
I'll explain in a second.
That's inside.
So
1 out walk for Teen.
see, the catcher's got the wristband. You see him reaching over and stabbing at it. It looks like they're just holding their hand on it. Well, they're actually pushing down a button which will say 4-seam fastball up and in, inside corner, wherever they want the location. And then it relays that back. They put this thing in their hat. It doesn't go into their ear. It actually sits in, that little flap underneath, where like your labels and stuff are. Mm-hmm. It fits in underneath there. And then what it does is, I guess your ears magically, you know how this stuff works. And then in the language of whatever, so if you speak French, it'll give you the pitch in French. If you speak Spanish, it comes in Spanish.
I'm blown away.
I saw a demo of it, and I thought, that's game-changing, because what I love is...
Does it speed the game up?
So, like, right now, when we're walking back to reset ourselves, we're already getting the pitch.
Okay.
But instead, now they got to get back on the rubber, wait for the catcher to drop down, hang a couple signs, look in, and go. So the big thing on the game, I think, youth to pro, there's a foul ball, youth to pro, baseball, softball is pace of game.
Just cuts a few seconds off of every little interaction. That adds up.
So I've noticed teams like the Twins, it's interesting, this technology was brought in to speed up the pace, but to take away the Stein stealing from who?
Right, our favorite Houston Astros.
Thank you. And they're in town right now, and guess who's hanging signs, ironically? I think it's crazy. There goes the runner.
Throw down, not in time. That's going to be a stolen base for Teen. And a 2-2 count now to Mia Kapoor.
Runner in scoring position. Nice hop out of the catcher's box there. Ball just kind of sailed away there.
You like to see that. Let's move up bags when we can. Take that opportunity.
Be aggressive.
So 2-2 now to the third baseman, Kapoor. She looks to drop one down, and that's strike 3. So 2 outs now for the Hornets. Brings up the center fielder, Olivia Perry.
Came up with that big catch to close out the second inning.
She does a nice job out there. Really, really good defensive center fielder.
Patrols it.
Touch outside, ball 1. I noticed Kinney wearing she's got the towel hanging out of her back pocket.
That is something we see a lot of at the next levels.
It's a veteran move, is what you're saying.
Well, if I were there, I'd be putting foreign substance on there, but
she's got
some sort of Vaseline or something.
She's got the mask, the shades. She's
dialed in.
Yeah, there's an intimidation factor she's playing there.
Rolled her over. Not only did she intimidate, that was a terrific series of pitches there. Forced that Hornet center fielder to roll it over and ground out.
So no damage on the bottom of the second for the Hornets. But they have the lead 1-0 as we head to the third. Back to action here in the top of the third.
Fast-moving game. They started a half hour early from the original scheduled time.
Appreciate those of you who have noticed that adjustment and are here with us. Out number 1.
If you're a late arrival here to the broadcast, we do have to say that this has absolutely been a terrific environment here today. Big crowd, lots of energy.
They do a fantastic job here at Pamela Park. It's well set up.
Quality groomed. Squaring.
Ball low there to the shortstop, Ellie Collins. She singled in her first appearance. Showing bunt. Taking this time a strike.
So in the baseball world, that's different. But what my pitchers were instructed to do, chin music. So
if they show that,
well, if they're trying to draw runners, that'll straight up
popped up in play, and the catcher handles it. Teen.
Lots of backspin on that.
Good pitching here thus far from Bella Miller, and 2 down now in the top of the third, bringing up.
I've got a very interesting offer for you for the summer that I think you're going to appreciate.
Interesting.
I might even ask you on the air and put the pressure on you. Why not? Oh, that's up in the air, too.
Ball floating down the right field line, and the play's made. A 1-2-3 inning for the Hornets.
Boy, they've been tight defensively. That ball has been absolutely moving.
Yeah, the wind is certainly a factor here this afternoon, but like you said, handling it defensively, and so far so good for the Edina club, looking for a conference win.
Wow, and Andrew Nealon just took the proposition off the air. Looks like I won't announce.
We don't need now.
He could be coaching something very soon. The only part I didn't tell him, folks, is you got to wear the pants. You got to wear baseball pants.
Ooh.
We'll get you a pair.
On the sweaty July
hitting jacket.
Evening.
Well, if you're coaching Legion baseball, you got to wear. You wear the team T-shirt underneath, like with your saying on the back. Whatever it is, the Wags Way or whatever it's whatever you want to do, and then you put the hitting jacket on, even though it's 92 degrees, and you're just sweating like a beast.
Well,
it's unbelievable. But you know what?
That's a selling
you
point.
look like a coach. The other thing I'll have to do is I'm going to give you the stopwatch because you have to have that in the back pocket.
Holy smokes! This is all new to me, folks. Just kind of absorbing it.
Here we are, just calling a softball game. Next thing you know, it's off the rails.
3-0.
Ooh,
ripped between the shortstop and the third baseman into left.
That was really
Katie Olive aboard for the Hornets.
Olive with a great piece of hitting, kept her hands back, stayed balanced on that pitch. It was up high, and she just drove it in the hole between short and third base there. That was a really nice piece of hitting there waiting on that ball to get to her hands. That was terrific. A lot of players would have swung through that ball.
That brings up Avery Cox.
There goes Olive.
Down to second, and Olive's safe at second. So,
do you bunt now? I mean, you've got a runner in scoring position, but you also have, is this your 4-hitter?
Number 2 hole for Avery Cox. So.
This is a situational hitter. Let's see what happens.
I'm okay with bunting her over.
They're going to
swing
swing
swinging.
Away.
Grounded to the third, thrown over in time. So, Wags, you might have been right with the strategy. That's something you might have to deploy in that Legion club.
Oh, it's going to happen. Move runners.
That brings up first baseman Ella Meyer.
Now, if you have the runner on third, now you're looking for the sharp ground ball, the right side of the infield.
Yes, absolutely. Just keep it up the right
side.
But
I mean, keeping in mind we're 60 feet from, not 90, so it's a little bit tougher in that situation.
True.
Nice job, though. Skipper's checking the runner, keeping Olive at second base.
Meyer takes low there. Ball starts to kind of slip away, but nicely handled there by the catcher, Anderson.
Anderson, terrific lateral movement there. Got the block, skidded off to her left, but she pounced on that softball and kept Olive from advancing. Nice piece of work there.
2-0 upstairs.
Checked him. They did not check the swing out with the umpire. She didn't go. She's got a really favorable count here at 3-0. Do you go green light here with your 3-hitter?
I think you have to.
100%.
No need. That ball's up and outside, and a 4-pitch walk issued to Ella Meyer. That brings up the Hornet pitcher, Bella Miller.
Looking to help her cause.
Absolutely. Quick mound visit for the Skippers. They want to talk things over.
What do you think they're talking about right now?
Dinner plans?
All right. There is that. I think they're talking about who's covering what where. Right now, when you're in this situation, you got to collect outs, right? You got to get what's there and take it.
Take the easy play.
Yep.
Miller takes low, ball 1. Kinney. Oh, sharp single up the middle. Coming home to score is Olive. 2-0 Hornets. Helping her cause, Bella Miller, an RBI single.
Olive with a terrific jump off a second there. No doubt about it as she crosses the plate, gives the Hornets a 2-0 lead here in their half of the third.
Yeah, and on the small field, you've got to be decisive with those moves. You know, you've got to get that quick jump.
Courtesy.
And Olive certainly did that.
Courtesy for the pitch.
Courtesy. Miller out of the
11.
game. She'll be able to get ready. I don't have 11 on my lineup card, so we'll have to look that up. So first and second now for the Hornets, up 2-0. And Grace Duenhager at the plate for Edina.
That one missed for a ball. A little up and away there.
Kinney dealing and fouled off.
Right back at us here.
So 1-1 now to the left fielder, Grace Duenhager. Good to see the Hornets getting a lead here. That's something we have not seen from them, certainly last week. So always good to be playing with the lead. And so far so good here in the bottom of the third. One and two from Kinney.
Oh, what a changeup that was.
Catches the inside edge, throw down to second. Nice throw from Anderson, but
they nearly got a double play there.
Oh, they call her.
They got her.
Can't say I saw that one, but that's the end of the bottom of the third, and a 2-0 lead for the Hornets. Back for the top of the fourth here. Minnetonka coming to bat. And a 1-1 count now to number 19, Ava Click.
(2-0) now with that pitch up and away.
Miller. Ground ball left side, just foul.
I think it had some juice on it. She hit that one well. Are we 2-2 now?
I think we're 2-2.
2-2. Changing the balls there.
Miller wants a new one.
Don't you love how blue just bails? You know, on the time like that, they just run out of there. They don't want to get picked off. Little nuance that I appreciate.
That one's upstairs. Full count now.
Try the changeup on 3-2.
The first baseman, Ava Click. Popped up.
Is it in play? No.
Off the top of the dugout.
Hit one dugout, then the other.
Banging around up there.
Like a pinball game.
(3-2) from Miller. Inside.
I think I'm going to head myself over to Dave and Buster's after and play a couple.
Ooh.
It's been a while. We should go there.
I like that. A little pregame for the Wild.
Oh, hey, I got a great idea.
Get our juices running.
I got an even better idea. Have a goaltender that won 36 games for you this year against 12 losses, and then bring in some guy who's old and washed up, has a great playoff pedigree, and say, yeah, we don't need you.
There's a lot of tension in the booth today. We apologize to our viewers that are just trying to enjoy a softball game, but we do have Game 6 tonight.
Did you feel the bitterness? It's just...
And
and by the way,
between the two of us,
the stud washed up pedigree guy is gone next year because he's a free agent. The guy that you basically shoved to the bench is your guy next year. How's that going to work?
I like to think that sometimes I'm able to offset some of Wags' type of energy in these situations, but in this case, I'm right there with him.
Great energy there from Olive. What ranged to her left behind the bag, takes it herself, snaps it over to the first for the double play. Wow. Snuffed out that would-be rally by the Skippers in their half of the fourth.
Hornets just continue to perform defensively today. On a windy afternoon at Pamela Park, they've been spot on. 2-0 Hornets heading to the bottom of the fourth. Back to the top of the fourth. Pop up to the second baseman. 1 out for the Hornets here in the fourth.
Lots of balls up in the air here today.
And that's no easy task. Trying to feel them.
The swirling. I mean, it's like you're in a blender down here, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's coming from left for the most part, but you're right. It shifts a little bit.
It'll work its way all the way around, but it feeds itself from left. Now, if you're on the field behind us where the JV is playing, or I'm not sure which one
you're going straight downwind there.
You're going Waveland Avenue, Chicago Cubs.
It's certainly pitcher friendly here today.
Well, the defense on both sides of the coin here have been absolutely terrific. Another one up in the air, same spot. Wow.
How about the wind grabbed that one?
It did. It brought it right back into the infield. Said, you're not good. See now? Here, look at that. Where's that? That's straight from the south. And now it's going to, let's just watch that for a second. Now watch this thing. It's going to swirl right at us. Look at that. See? Now here it comes. It's a blender.
You know, they often compare Pamela Park to Amen Corner. At Augusta National with the swirling winds.
Is there anything better? That's some lofty comparisons.
You hear it. You do hear it.
Well, I if I hadn't, I just did. Duly noted.
Fouled off by Kapoor, 1-1.
Andrew Nealon bringing value here today to the broadcast.
You know, I'm a golf guy, so I love it. I got to chime with a little
I brought in my
action.
angst on the lineup down in St. Paul. You can bring the golf in at any time.
The angst is just it's palpable.
I want to coach that team. You got an 8-year veteran, Nick Bukestad, who doesn't see a second of time. Wow. And you're getting something called the Connor Dewar. Really? Mm-hmm.
Overthinking it a bit, I would say.
You think? You got Nick Delorier there to fight when there's exactly 0 fights in an NHL playoff game ever. Maybe game 1.
True. Walk for Kapoor. She hustles down to first, and Hornets looking to put together a little 2-out rally here.
They're half of the fourth. They lead by 2 at 2-0 here. They've pieced together some innings with base runners pretty much every inning here so far.
Center fielder Perry takes a strike.
It's a tough one to handle there. That was gas about knee-high right there.
Kenny ready.
Fires
a runner. Outside. Kapoor down to second.
Ooh.
Nice slide.
What a throw by Anderson back there from the knees.
Kept it low and wide, avoiding the tag.
It's a nice job to even make a play of that. Now, you've got just such a huge gap between center and right field. It's unbelievable. If you could somehow find that gap and go gap to gap, you're running for a while, buddy.
We'll see. We'll see if she's
able to do that.
what
we're talking about here. Let's just we'll get you a look here in a second.
Perry battling here, fouling that one off.
Okay, look, we're shaded here in center, right to your left there, and you've got all of that space until we live right there and right. Wow. Lots of green to work with there.
Chopper left side.
Tough play.
Safe. Perry beats out the grounder. Infield single. And runners on the corners now, 2 down.
I think this is the latest in the season that I've ever recognized, Andrew, where we have had budding trees where it's not full on yet.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
the timeline
I don't know if I
make
recall
sense these days.
Ooh, swing and a miss on a
high fastball from It's for strike one from Bree Kenny. Katie Olive at the plate, leadoff hitter, shortstop for the Hornets.
Had a single her last at bat, scored a run.
Great spot here for Olive.
Oh,
hit well, but foul. Well, she got a hold of that one, but just drifted into foul territory down the left field line.
Yanked that one down the left field line there, Andrew. Just skipped foul. But quickly ahead, 0-2 are the Skippers.
Kenny ready. Delivering inside. Running on the pitch. Down to second. That's Perry.
It's a great job there, thinking the off-speed pitch was coming, and guess what did? The off-speed pitch. Down low and in the dirt. You get runners 2 now in scoring position. Olive just looking to drive something somewhere.
Ooh, that's upstairs. Gets past Anderson, but she does a nice job to hustle it down.
Short backstop, as we know here. Pretty much the norm.
Target field-esque, really.
Oh, wow. Off the granite. Or is that some sort of limestone back there?
We'll let you decide at home.
Excellent.
2-2 to Olive, and she hits it hard into center, over the center fielder's head. 2 runs are going to score. Olive down to second. She's safe. And it's 4-0 Hornets.
That was an absolute seed right up the middle. And it was one of those balls where when you're in the outfield, you think you have it measured.
Yes.
It's not rising, but it's not coming down because it was hit so hard.
Yes.
So the appearance is that it's rising on you, and it sails straight past you. That thing was as well struck of a ball as we've seen all day. And again, Olive comes up with a huge 2 RBI single. Remember the importance of that stolen base, too. Little extra run tossed in there. Hornets up now 4-0 in the bottom half of the 4th.
Absolutely, Wags. You nailed it. The center fielder is just kind of frozen on that play. She thought she had it, and it looked like she kind of did, but just sailed over her head. And boy,
it feels like it's rising, but it's not. It's just going so quick that you can't get to it.
The plays happen so quickly on the softball field that you've really got to be decisive with where you're going. So 4-0 Hornets. Olive down to second. Here's a pop-up left side. Looks like it's going to be in play. And
it's caught down the line there.
Catch made in foul territory.
I was going to say alert Ian Leonard. Here comes the rain.
So that's the end of the 4th. And Hornets add 2 more. Up 4-0 now. Back to action here, top of the 5th. Miller ready to go and dealing a strike.
The goods, as we like to say. Getting ahead always matters, right?
Absolutely. She's been fantastic today for Edina. Dealing 4 innings of scoreless work here thus far. This one's popped into shallow right and nicely played. Second baseman Ava Carlson making the play for Edina.
All the way back onto that outfield grass. Nice job with the feet. Andrew, you got a little bit of a lip there from the infield to the outfield grass.
Yes.
Did not trip her up. Handled it beautifully.
So 1 down here in the Minnetonka 5th. And there's a strike. I'm dealing with this Tonka lineup today, Wags. They showed me one thing and they're playing another. We'll just say that.
We'll leave it at that.
This is Lucia Gavin for the Skippers. She drives one foul.
Sliced foul there. She went down and got it off the inside corner. We'll open up neatly on that pitch.
There's the 0-2 from Miller. Just got a piece of it. Foul off the back screen.
Miller climbs the ladder a bit there. Off the fists on the foul.
You like that. Get it up out of the zone. Make them try to chase a little something that they would rather not.
I like the guts of working inside, too.
That one skipped low. 1-2. Yeah, it certainly seems like Miller's finding her confidence, finding her rhythm here as the season goes along. She's pitched better and better in each game, it seems. So Olive makes the catch there at short. And 2 down here in the Minnetonka 5th, bringing up the catcher, Zariah Anderson. Miller deals in for a strike. Anderson dropping a bunt down. Foul.
The right-handed version of the drag bunt. Took us all by surprise.
So quickly 0-2 now to Anderson.
I was looking at the schedules, right? How quick does this spring season go? It's just, and where does it go?
In a flash, huh?
Right? I mean, really next week's the last full week. There might be a couple things the week after, but playoffs by and large and sections start. They move some of the stuff back. Not because they just over time they have.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes so fast because it's condensed into such a tight schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been it's an unusual season, no doubt about it. 2-2 now, Miller to Anderson. That one's hit well, but foul.
But what's great is they're getting these games in, Andrew.
Absolutely. And it makes you appreciate it all the more when you have to wait a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
I think we're all happy to be out
Well, let's
here.
be honest. In the early going, when some of those games were moved, it was like 38, 40 degrees. Who wants to play in that?
No.
I'd rather play back to back to back on days like this if I were playing right now, wouldn't you?
Yep, 100%. Anderson fights that one off into right field. And play is made out there. 1, 2, 3 go the Skippers in the 5th.
2 pop-ups and a fly out. Well, the Hornets go back to work.
4-0, Edina. Back to action here, bottom of 5. Hornets on top, 4-0.
New pitch.
New pitch indeed here as Ella Meyer takes low, ball 1. There's a strike from Emily Campion.
Right in at the knees.
Outside, 2-1 now. Campion dealing low there. 3-1 to the first baseman, Ella Meyer. Feels like it's getting even warmer out here.
Well, the sun's
really
heating up.
An interesting afternoon.
A dynamic.
Ball 4. Leadoff walk for Meyer.
Campion a little inside on that pitch, working to find the strike zone in her first at bat in her appearance here today.
Brings up the pitcher, Bella Miller. Been fantastic on the mound for the Hornets. Popped into short left. Tough play, and it drops in.
That one tucked in right between third left as the shortstop was coming over. No one could get it, and it fell in for the hit.
Almost the Bermuda Triangle of the diamond, right?
We would say the Bermuda Triangle, absolutely. That's a good one.
So
noted.
Meyer scoots down to second on the play. First and second now, nobody out for the Hornets. There's Grace Duenhager fouling off strike 1.
So now you got runners on first and second with nobody out. You drop one down. Well, when you swung, you're going to see what we're doing here. We're swinging, but
I think you just kind of
move those runners, or what do you do?
I think you just kind of keep pressing offensively.
Or you swing away.
Yeah, I think we're kind of feeling good.
That's what we're doing.
And we got the lead.
There's the old saying, the parents didn't cut their checks to bunt either.
That one sails high.
Ooh, that looked like that was a
I think she was going down. She was going down.
She was trying to gun down her second down there.
Campion says not so fast.
Campion said, "I'll pull that out of here. Thank you.
Give me that rock." It's 2-1.
Oh,
this one
on the button.
Yeah, into right, but there for the play.
No tag. Great throw into the infield.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play out there.
That's a big out for the Skippers. Now they've got a double play set up. They've got one so far here today.
Kylie Kohlberg makes the play out and right. Nice job there by Kohlberg. There's Kenzie Cox fouling one off. Strike 1.
That was right in the wheelhouse there. I'm sure she wants that one back.
Campion to Cox. That one dribbles foul. Strike 2.
Be interesting to see what Campion's pitch selection is going to be here, Andrew. Do you come with the fastball, or do you pull the string?
I think you try a little off speed outside the zone.
I'm going unpredictable. I'd go high heat. Let's see what we get.
High heat indeed. Cox can't catch up to it. And out number 2 for Edina. You called it, Skip.
You get lucky every once in a while, right?
Maria Tien up for the Hornets now.
Nice bounce back here for Campion and her Skippers. Had runners on first and second, Andrew, with nobody. Now it's 2 down. Just go get that batter and get out and start hitting again into the 6th.
And certainly if you're Minnetonka, you don't want to give up any more runs. Down 4-0. Campion skips one in, handled by Anderson. And it's 1-1 now to the catcher team. Ball low.
Wow. I mean, I think you're taking all the way here at 3-0, buddy, right? 2 down.
3-0? I thought it was 2-1.
We'll see. I might have been sleeping. I'm just looking at the scoreboard. So.
I know. I've learned to always kind of second guess the scoring a little bit. I've seen it at baseball. I'm seeing it happens here a little bit here.
Well, you can't rely on it, right? But that was a walk, so there were 3 balls and something.
They were right in that instance. My apologies.
Accepted.
Bases loaded for Edina.
Absolutely juiced.
Mia Kapoor at the plate. That's high. 1-0. Just inside.
Campion wanted to know where that one missed. She liked it.
She's shaking her head a little bit. Three and 0 now to Kapoor. They got to bring it in if you're Campion now with the bases loaded.
Definitely taking here 3-0 with the bases loaded.
Take 2, really.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, we know we are right here for sure.
That catches the inside edge. Campion ready. Ground ball left side. Shortstop throwing across. It's not in time.
Deep in the hole there. There was no option at third as the third baseman ranged over to try to make the play on the forehand. Wasn't a play at second because your back is going with your energy away from the bag. Only play to go was first, and it's a long throw. Nice speed on the base paths, too.
So we'll credit Kapoor with the single and the RBI. 5-0 now. Hornets on top. Bases remain loaded for center fielder Olivia Perry. Hornets feeling the good vibes here this afternoon. Love to see it. You know, even in some of their struggles last week, I noticed a lot of camaraderie on the roster.
Positivity is real.
These girls are close friends. You can see that they.
It's a really young team too.
That they really do get along, and I think it's starting to pay some dividends.
They got a lot of good things to look forward to. Nice pitch there by Campion.
This one's hit softly to the shortstop. She makes the play.
You know, that sun right now is kind of working its way toward down a little bit as it travels across the left side of the infield there and the left field.
Still but she made a nice play. It's just feeling warm out here. It feels like it's
Let's
Heating
pull up
up.
our trusty iPhones.
Heating up.
Let's take a look at what the temperature reading is.
Hornets plate one there in the 5th, and they're up 5-0 as we head to the top of the 6th.
You're reading in at, hold please, 87.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Warm breeze.
We're at the high of the day right there.
A warm breeze cutting across from right field.
I love it.
Yeah, it feels good.
I mean,
It's
for a
kind
guy
of
that lived in
bath.
Los Angeles, you're not used to this, right?
The warmth, yes. The warmth, yes. There's a little more humidity in the air than you tend to see out west.
there's you could swim a little bit in this, but I mean, this is not.
No, it's not. It's not overwhelming.
For me, there's a difference in this dew point. I mean, there can be times when it's like 92 and you got to go in.
For sure. Yeah, no complaints out here today at Pamela Park. Well-attended games in all 3 fields. Parents and some students alike, and everybody enjoying the action. Miller ready to go here in the top of the 6th for the Hornets. Dealing strike 1 to Izzy Gutenfelder.
Little up there in the zone.
Little low there. 2-1 now to the Minnetonka center fielder.
Nice pitch at the knees there. You know, Andrew, when you get into these final 6 outs of the game, sometimes closing out a team, it's cliche. It's true, though. The most difficult part of it. There's a base hit up the middle as I speak.
Absolutely. You know, it's you still gotta finish things strong here if you're the Hornets and Miller.
It's easy to get ahead of yourself, right?
Yeah, good vibes. You know, it's been a difficult season. You're feeling good today. Weather's warm. Runs are coming in. Let's finish the job. And that's another sharp single for the Skippers. It's 1st and 2nd. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th.
Skippers have been here before. Runners on 1st and 2nd and nobody out, if I remember correctly, Andrew.
Indeed. This time it's Emma Collins, cleanup hitter for the Skippers. Nice change up there for strike 1.
Wow. Collins sitting on the fastball, gets the string pulled. Fooled her with that one.
Another off speed. This one's dribbled up the middle. Bases loaded for Minnetonka, and certainly a rally brewing here for Minnetonka in the 6th.
Love the conservative play on the base paths. That one run's not going to win you the game. You're down by 5. You don't need to have any careless outs with runners being thrown out. Let your sticks come up and get the job done. Well done there.
That brings up Ava Click. First pitch swinging to short. Coming home with it. Got her at home by a half step.
Hornets with the infield drawn in, cut down the run. That's impressive.
Fantastic play
I'm
there.
a believer when you got the 5-run lead. You don't want anything squeaking through. So bring your corners in and drop back into double play depth. But, hey, it worked. Right to Olive. She throws a strike, buddy.
I was surprised she came home as well, too, Wags, but it pays off. And get the first out of the inning. Great play by Katie Olive. Bree Duffy at the plate now for Minnetonka. Bases still loaded. 1 out.
Nice pitch.
Good off speed there. 2 strikes to Duffy.
You know, this is a big at bat both ways, right? If you're Edina, you want to get this hitter right now so you can get back in the infield. If you're Minnetonka,
Ground ball.
Play coming back home
Kapoor
again.
coming home.
Boy, well executed there. That was on me. Sorry, folks. I didn't pan left. I became a fan. Sorry.
You get caught up in the moment.
Brutal.
Wags. There's nothing to
Brutal.
Nothing to be ashamed of there.
At least I'll call it out. That was awful. But it was a great play at third.
Left side of the infield, getting it done here for Edina on the top of the 6th. There's strike one.
Skippers load them up. Could the Hornets, with nobody out, get out of here without any runs? That would be amazing.
Absolutely. Wishmeyer at the plate now for Minnetonka.
For Minnetonka, you want to knock a couple in here for sure.
Just outside, 1-1 to the designated player, Whitney Wishmeyer. Miller with the 1-1. Popped into shallow center. Coming on, making the play. That's Perry.
Sure-handed by Perry there.
And what a job by Miller and the Hornets to get out of that inning.
I mean, sharp ground ball to short, gun down at the plate. Sharp ground ball to 3, gun down at the plate. Infield drawn in. You get a fly ball, which could have been a tweener with your shortstop and your center fielder. Center fielder comes on with authority and hauls it in. Impressive play there by the Hornets.
You got to like what you're seeing here. Hornets on their way with a 5-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. First one was great.
Wow.
Back for the bottom of the 6th. Well hit ball into left by Olive. Taking care of a deep fly ball for out number 1.
Do you want a true confession?
Please.
I did not see that ball leave the bat. I just heard it.
Yeah, it was that.
That's what
came at us
predicated the wow out of me. I thought that thing, it was hit hard.
That came at us quick. We were kind of going through all the various Edina athletics. We're taking in here across the U Sports Plus network.
Lacrosse, baseball, softball, basketball, do some wrestling, some gymnastics.
You name it, we got
Boys
it for
and girls
you.
puck, of course you're going to do that. I mean, right? I mean,
it's your one-stop shop.
Football, volleyball, soccer. I was going to try and rip the track and field today from the...
Ooh.
But it's too hard because...
That's tough camera work.
Well, because it would be the automated camera that we have at the football field.
Okay.
It'd be a fixed view. Good luck finding your player.
It's
It'd be like
pretty
an ant.
high up there. For sure. Inside there to Avery Cox. Campion ready. That catches the outside edge. Looks like we've lost contact with the scoreboard.
We hit fully. You're going straight off of blue right now.
This one's hit up the middle. It's going to find its way through. And a one-out single.
Chopped.
For Avery Cox.
Right?
Absolutely.
It's just sort of seeing-eyed its way right through the left side of the infield. The old seeing-eye single.
You got to love it. Hornets continuing to...
They're racking them up, aren't they?
Yeah, just finding their form here on both sides of the field here today.
You know, with the carnage that is around us in the terms of larger twigs and branches, I've got this swinging thing right here that looks awfully dead to me. See this thing? And I keep waiting for when is this going to snap off. This tree is as dead as a doornail.
We got baseballs coming at us now.
It's as dead as a doornail. Look at these two trees. There's nothing to them.
You're right. We could get knocked out at any moment here.
Well, if it goes, you know, if you hear a thud, you'll know why.
Send help. There's a ball low, running on the play, Cox. And out at second base.
Wow.
Nice tag there. Applied
short hop scoop, right?
Yeah, Ellie Collins does a nice job of fielding it and getting across the bag.
Anderson, just again, another terrific throw in a tough situation. Throws a strike right down. One hopped off the dirt. A great pick and a tag.
Tip foul. That's going to be strike 3. Anderson throws down to first.
Quick work there.
So we head to the top of the 7th. Last opportunity for the Skippers here this afternoon. Down 5-0.
Hornets looking to close it out right here at the EdinaSportsHub.com.
Back to action here, top of 7. Miller looking for the complete game shutout for Edina. One skips in.
She's worked herself out of a couple of jams with some great pitching and even more impressive defensive play.
2-0 to Kylie Kohlberg. She hits it
lifted
well
high.
into left. That's going to drift foul.
Fans going after that one.
Two and one to the Minnetonka right fielder. Miller ready. Dealing low. Popped up. Miller looking to take it herself, and she does.
Those are always nerve-wracking, right, Andrew? Pitcher takes it, but they're not supposed to, right? But they do.
Yeah.
And then here comes the first baseman. Here comes the second baseman. Everybody's yelling ball, ball, ball. And then you stand in a circle and it drops right between you. Nice job by the pitcher to
especially in the wind.
Pull that out.
Especially in the wind. Nicely handled there.
The blender, the swirling wind.
So one down here at top of 7.
Keep that lead off. Batter off base for the Hornets.
And it's strike 1.
Ooh.
Strike 2 now.
What a mix she's showing today, huh?
That's the key. You got to keep them guessing, work that off speed, and she seems to be finding the right mix. Just inside there. 1 and 2 to the pitcher, Gavin. Ground ball left side. Handled in the hole. Olive, strong throw, but it's wide of first. So runner aboard for the Skippers.
Deep in the hole was Olive there. Speed down the base pass. Wouldn't have gotten her even if it was on line.
Yeah, tough play there, and I would agree.
Boy, that wind is really dialed right now, and it's coming in hard from right field.
Just straight out of the south here.
Coming from Dallas.
As warm as it gets on a May afternoon. Ball loaded, the catcher Anderson. That's in for a strike.
Took it at the letters there. I think they felt like that was a little high on the skipper side.
Miller deals the 1-1. Chopper right back to her. Tried to get a handle on it. Strong throw. Wow, great play from Olive at short.
Got her by a half step. That was right as you were, the foot was in the air to the bag. Ba-boom, one of those deals.
Handles the deflection off of Miller, and the strong throw to get Anderson in time. So 2 outs now for the Skippers.
0-1 on that pitch.
Runner down at second now. Two strikes to Gutenfelder. The last hope here for the Skippers this afternoon. That one spins high. 1-2.
Ooh.
Just a bit high there. 2-2 now.
Nearly got her to chase.
Just so impressive here, Miller, this afternoon. After some of the struggles we saw last week, just a great performance here from Edina. And again, Miller looking for the complete game shutout.
Boy, there was a ball just smoked over there. Is that a freshman game? That thing is still going on the Kellogg Avenue. Holy smokes.
That's a stand-up triple. That one drops into center. Gonna have a play at the plate. Strong throw off the mark. So Minnetonka does get a run. 5-1 now.
Subtly there. Do you take a shot at that, or do you throw it in a second and keep that runner at first, not a scoring position with 2 away? What do you think?
I kind of like trying to gun her down.
Aggressive.
Get the shutout. Try to get the shutout in the game. That brings up Ellie Collins. She takes outside. Ball 1.
You got 3, 4, 5 coming up here.
Heart of the order for the Skippers if they can keep things going with 2 outs. That's hit well into the gap. That's going to drop in and score another run.
So there you go with my point.
Collins
well
into
made.
second. And 5-2 now.
And what's that second? Another runner in scoring position.
I'm not feeling as threatened as maybe Game 6 tonight. But it's 5-2.
I ironically feel great about Game 6.
Interesting.
I think it's because whenever this team's backs have been against the wall, as they say.
They've shown the ability to step it up a notch.
When they have to.
But,
And Fleury's not in goal, so
it's a different ball game tonight.
Oh.
Emma Collins now for the Skippers, taking inside ball 1.
Number 4 hitter. I mean, they're scrapping here with 2 outs. Minnetonka coming back.
If I'm Miller, I'm not feeling the heat quite yet, but,
Well, you just got to collect an out here, right?
Exactly.
And if you're Minnetonka, base hits are golden. That's all you need.
1-1 now. That one's fouled off, so 1-2 now. Skippers down to their final strike.
Okay, now you've got a little bit more of an aggressive hitter here. I think you pull the string on this one at 1-2.
Let's see what's offered. Indeed, a little curve. Skips low. 2-2.
Probably coming with some gas here.
That one's hit into right. Tough play,
Wow.
and it's made. And the Hornets get a victory. 5-2 the final. Dealt with a little scare there, but handled nicely, and the Hornets pick up a victory in the Lake Conference, 5-2 over Minnetonka.
Like that the Skippers didn't go quietly. They kept swinging to the very end. They had themselves a nice rally here in the 5th, but Hornets just pieced together too many innings with runs, and they come away with the 5-2 win.
Thanks for joining us here at Pamela Park. For Pete Wagner, I'm Andrew Nealand.